communicate about what we need to communicate, we need to make sure we're all talking about the same things. So some of these words you will know, some of these words you might not. And that's okay. So this is on page 5, and it's called the language of data, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to fill it in. So yesterday we took a lot of information. We gathered a lot of information to put into that survey. And in fact, what you did was actually a case study, is what it's called, because you took one case and found a lot of information. Because what a case is an individual or subject.
I need my get back.
What the case is who or what we want information about.
So this vocabulary be used over the next.
The whole chapter.
Whoa! I'm ready right now. I'm not ready right now. Well, last test I didn't study because I was, there was I was looking for like 5 different suits. You hear that, Ms. B?
I wasn't listening.
Okay. I said
I heard the I didn't study
I
part.
didn't have any study time last week.
I get that.
So, and then I got home at like 11:30. I was like,
I feel like student athletes should have extended,
yeah, I feel like we should have extended time.
or like get a credit for like a study home.
Yeah,
That'd be amazing.
that would be nice.
Or actually, just extra study on.
No, at least
Literally, I get none saying any of that.
you don't get credit for study home.
You don't get credit for studying house at all. All right, so it's who or what we want information about. So yesterday, you guys each did a study of one case. You got information. You got your foot length, height, arm span about you. You were the case.
Okay. Oh yeah, we were the subject.
You were the subject, the individual we wanted information about. You were the case.
And the variable.
The variable is each piece of that recorded information. So like your height was a variable. The foot length was a variable. Your wingspan was a variable.
I was gonna say like it was like what we have. Each piece of.
So each piece of recorded information
That's not a bad idea.
so
Oh, he was talking about skill practicing in polls. Not a bad idea. Get a perfect lesson.
about a case.
Sir, bro, I looked up their.
It's what we wanted to know.
Dog.
I would never see what you
And there's 2 types of variables that we're going to deal with. We have categorical data and we have quantitative data. One of them is a little bit easier to kind of figure out what it is.
Won't even eat kids.
The word categorical, what does that make you think of?
Categorical, like each category.
Like each category.
did.
People who have brown eyes, people who have blue eyes,
So categorical just makes
people who wanted to pick flight versus invisibility for the superhero question or the
Where was
superpower.
super speed at?
Literally, I didn't write the problems or the questions.
If I had a superpower, I'd be either super speed or I'd have the powers of
I'd have a
Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer's superpowers are really just
Well, they
just
won't
aura.
on that kind of survey because remember it's a worldwide survey. They don't put country-specific information like superheroes that are popular because those are different based on every country.
You see my geometry?
I'd have Batman's superpower. Be rich.
I see you playing with
That's
dangerous games with my scissors.
Yeah. Stop playing with.
But you know, I was watching a video and I was studying for the test, and she never puts our periods audio on there.
Oh, it's always on there.
Oh, you got like a.
We just haven't I haven't had a ton of classes where we're recording. Stop doing that.
He's choking on bananas.
I'm not choking on bananas, bro.
Just
You good, Mud?
leave.
You good, Mud?
You good, bud?
You good, Mud?
All right.
So eye color would be something that would be categorical. If you are left or right-handed, that would be categorical. It divides us into 2 groups. It can be more than 2 groups. It doesn't have to be 2. But it divides us into groups. So like you could have brown eyes, blue eyes, hazel eyes, green eyes, other.
Stop it.
And then our last one in this little box is our quantitative information. So a quantitative variable. Does that have a word in there? Anybody sees? Knows?
Yeah.
What? What make you think of?
Quantitative, like multiple.
Yeah, quantitative like quantity.
What doesn't change?
Like I have a lot of things. Like quantity being something I would count.
What doesn't change?
Not things that don't change.
I'm thinking about quantitative.
Quantitative would be usually things that we can measure. Stuff that's going to be more like on a
That's right.
sliding scale. So like our arm spans.
Things that can change. Or like.
It's
quantity.
changing. Are the height.
What's being measured?
Mm-hmm. So it's variables we can measure.
Variables that can be measured.
Helps if I use all the letters in there. And sometimes there's data that you can put into either one. So from our survey, some ones that we had was our height. Or that's HT. The arm span, that was one like that. What's up?
Well, no, max is like 245.
That's like two.
Sometimes the data itself could be in either one. And you've seen things like that. Like when you go onto websites.
Yeah, I fill up my water bottle.
Hang on a second.
Who just calls? Let's see.
So when you go on websites, sometimes you'll see, like, tick the box if you're between
Say you on the website,
18 and 25, and check this box if you're between 25 and 40. Check this box between 41 and, I don't know, let's go to. So something like that, even though age is a lot of times going to be a quantitative piece of information, if they set it up like that, now it's categorical. Because it's dividing us into chunks, categories.
We not use quantitative so early. This is blowing my brain.
I'll give us some
Yeah,
time
you
to
were
write
saying?
it.
So yeah.
So there's sometimes when it's based on the question as to whether it's going to be quantitative or categorical,
No.
there's some stuff that's just going to be categorical. Eye color, I don't have a way to put it as numbers and make it be a sliding scale unless somebody starts going like Pantone colors. Like that would be a little aggressive. You keep writing.
I'm innocent.
Keep writing. I wasn't looking at you. Keep writing. You were focused. Keep writing.
Okay.
Okay. What are you doing? Don't make me write a seating chart for in here and separate you three. I will separate you three.
Wait,
No. You don't gotta do that. You don't gotta do that.
Then
This is
stop
like-
acting
this is
fool.
We are
We
the
carry this-
heartbeat of this class. Brendan, you did.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying each one of you starts it. I'm saying the three of you fuel off each other.
If you're gonna move us, you gotta move.
Oh, I would be moving everybody, but it would be triggered by the three of you.
Yeah, you gotta move all the friends.
It would be everybody.
Who friends with me?
If you don't know, then it don't matter because it's not making an impact. Okay, does anybody need more time to write these ones?
Wait, no, I don't need no more time because I've been paying attention.
Because we're going to look at the bottom portion, and that's where we're going to start to think about the math we're going to wind up doing on these things. Because when we are looking at cases, that's the individual. So like we did individual case studies, like you got the information for your height, your arm span, things like that. All that information about you. I can get the data for our whole class. And we could look at that as a collective, which we're going to. And that's when we're looking at something called a population. So what the population is, this is the bottom half of the page. It's the entire group.
Oh, population? The entire group that we have in each.
Population is like the sum of everything that's in a circle.
Not
Yeah,
quite.
so,
I see the vision.
Alright, so population, so let's say this classroom.
It's
what's
the
population?
entire group we want to know about.
I was trying to dig deeper, but
Entire group we want to know about.
Mm-hmm.
population
And you'll hear this a lot, especially as we get closer and closer and closer to something like November when we have election stuff. You'll hear people say, Americans think.
Woo!
Hoosiers,
Agree.
people in Indiana think. 20-something-year-olds have this opinion. Teenagers think this. Teenagers want to do this. Retirees do this. They'll have all these kinds of really generalizations. But very rarely do they actually talk to every single person. There's a lot of commercials out there that claim Americans all agree that Burger King is the best restaurant.
What?
And we all had that response because, like, nobody asked me what I thought.
We all know.
Because there's a lot of times on our population, it's too big of a group for us to actually think about and actually talk to everybody in. So something like Americans is a population. Students in Pike High School is a population. Math students could be a population. It depends on what we want to know about. But it doesn't make any damn sense to ask every single American how we feel about every single toothpaste, shopping center, grocery store,
To be fair, advertisers are legally allowed to lie, so.
to a point.
To a point.
Only to a point.
Do you remember the thing with the Pepsi and the Harrier fighter jet?
Oh, the giveaway, yeah. Oh, yes.
That's
Or the toy Yoda.
Basically, if they did say every single American agrees, well, people would
Mhm.
they'd hope that people would think that's hyperbolic.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me write this one down. So, agreed. A lot of times, things like advertisers will do that, but political groups actually are kind of not allowed to, theoretically.
Yeah.
So, a lot of times what will happen is they'll take a sample because it does not make sense to ask every American about every silly thing. So, what a sample is a small group or a small portion of the population.
Simple, yeah. Small group of the population.
Mhm.
That's being tested.
Yep.
Woo! Brandon can never hit three.
That is selected for research.
Yeah, because you only bang for
That was what we are.
That was weird.
We said. Brandon will never hit a three. Okay,
Brain is breaking. Cute. Okay. I say it, my brain is just not processing right now. I've had that happen repeatedly.
Brandon, now he's a freak on my show. I understood.
There you go, there.
Hey, I feel like I have to fill up my water bottle and I kind of got ignored.
Well,
It's okay, I don't
let me
want to
finish
anymore.
writing.
I don't want to anymore.
Because I'm going to give us an example. A population that we actually took a sample of yesterday. If we're going to talk about high school students, look, sample.
I'm about to say, yeah, if we want
We were a sample. If we talk this class, we have a sample of high school students.
Yesterday, we were the sample.
Mm-hmm. Y'all were a sample as a group. Individually, you were cases, but as a group, you guys were a sample. And when we get later in the chapter, we'll talk about if we're a good sample for a certain population, because there's a way to tell that. So I'm actually going to go straight down from our sample into this one to statistic, which is a word we've heard before. What is a statistic?
Do you really want me to answer that?
Yeah.
Alright. So, I do know the answer.
Okay.
Pass it to Josh.
Okay. Because I know we've heard the word.
Statistic is what was being. I feel like it was like what was being tested,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to word it like that.
So think about
What's like being measured?
Like our
pretty
height.
much? Yeah.
Like
what
the subject
what would be a
of-
statistic we could find on our heights that we got as a group? How tall or short we all were? We could figure out the tallest and the shortest. We could find our range. We could try and find an average.
the wingspan.
So of the we could do that of the wingspan, of the height. We could just kind of analyze this data. So what the statistic is
is
the data analysis
Ooh, I like these words. Data analysis.
data analysis.
I'm getting my geek on.
of the collected sample. So when we are looking at the actual numbers from our actual surveys that we collected, That's going to be statistics, that we're looking at those specific numbers. So something like our average height that we got of people in this class.
6'7". Who said that?
Willie?
Everyone thought it. Everyone thought it.
Aviana.
Just saying.
Aviana said it, it was her.
One
Why?
voice
It was
said it out
Aviana.
loud, but I guarantee you at least
Why?
half of us thought it. Don't throw stuff. You getting banana schmutz all over my shelves. And my first aid kit.
Make him get.
So average is an example of a statistic we could gather. We can get our average heights. I could get the highest and the lowest and figure out our range of heights. The statistic is something we know. This is data we are analyzing. This is something we know it. I have the information to back it up. The last box on this page is called parameter, and it is a slightly different thing. I'm gonna get a different color. Because I know stuff about my sample. I know the average height of our group. I know what is the most common eye color of our group. But I want to know about my population. I don't have data on my whole population. So what we have, this parameter is our kind of guess. It's inferred or estimated. So this is the data
That was measured.
about the whole population.
We were just saying entire population.
That works too. So if we want to know what Americans think their favorite fast food restaurant is, but I asked you guys, I could use that, if it's a good case, to make a prediction about how Americans think, about how everybody thinks. What, restroom?
Oh, come on.
If he's actively coughing, don't do that. It actually is counterproductive.
So what do I do?
If he's coughing, you don't do anything. That means air is going in and out. They're breathing. It's not comfortable, but breathing is happening.
So how do people die choking?
The air stops going in and out. They actually stop making noise.
So if you start like choking, can't you just breathe through your nose? Or
Depends on where it is. If it's in your back of your mouth, yes. If it's in your throat, no. That's all connected.
Part of it,
Well, I throw an apple at Brandon. Will he turn into an apple?
even if some air could get here.
I don't know, that's fine.
Yeah, that's like, it's not saying it's comfortable.
You got that baseball term.
And if it was, well, if it was, if you would immediately go to the
Do you think LP's gonna let that?
All right,
The hard
so
outer shell.
the data about our whole population is not something we know. It's not something we can actually analyze specifically. This is inferred, is a lot of the times you'll hear word. That means
We miss you.
we're making a guess. It's a prediction. We think, we guess. If we're good at the rest of our analysis, it should be a good guess. If we are on purpose trying to deceive people, it might be a bad guess. Or if we did a bad job with our science, it might be a bad guess. But the data that we collect, our statistic, is just about our sample. We're using it to make a guess or a prediction about our whole population. Just because rarely can we do the data analysis on everything.
All right. Is that it, or do we need?
Nope, we're gonna do the next page too.
Okay. Is that it?
Oh yeah.
That's okay. Mouthful of moolah.
Y'all are being weird again. All right.
Joe's a one of a kind. He's a
Questions on these four?
You said you were trying?
No, I'm locked in. I'm getting an 85 on the next test.
I understand it now.
It's a good project, but yeah.
Just watch when I start.
Wait, we're doing the catapult thing.
That's chapter 6. This one we're gonna use the data that we collected and we're gonna do some research projects.
I gotta switch
Water.
on.
No,
I'm making a post.
I don't want no more water. No more.
Okay, So on the next page, we're going to talk about a few things. Some of them are going to be words that you know. Some of them it's going to feel like we're writing down gibberish. But I promise having a page to look back on when we're looking at these things is going to be kind of helpful. So the first thing we're going to talk about on this side is called measures of center. And it's looking at that data, looking at our statistics, so looking at our collective information. If we want to find the center,
The main measurement? Is that like the main?
a lot of times that's going to be a really important one. It's just going to be depending on what we look at. And there's really 3 kinds of center that we're going to look at. I know it feels weird that there's 3 middles. One of them we know for sure.
Brandon, why are you so mean, man?
Oh, speaking of mean,
Oh! Woo! See,
the mean
no, I was being
is
funny.
one of our measures of center.
I was being funny because I knew you were going to say that.
Hey, Brendan. You mad spicy.
That is not the next one.
Stop saying that.
Another measure of center that we're going to use, median.
You're next.
Yeah.
So we've got mean, we've got
I
median.
gotta find my different mode.
The
Oh.
third option is actually going to be
See,
mode.
Kaden, when you play soccer, you have different
These are
ranges.
all measures of center. It's measures of the middle.
You know, Kaden, when you play
What
soccer,
is
you have like different ranges of like skills in soccer. You know
what is the mean? How do we find the mean?
you
or what's
add-
in the word?
Add them and then divide.
Mhm.
Divide by how many numbers you got.
Yeah.
Add up all the numbers.
Give me the test. I'm ready.
I'm ready right now. You
This
know
is
what?
also called the average.
I should know.
We're going to be using a software. So, like,
That's all. Whoa. We
hold your
program?
jets.
You don't know me.
We're not going to program. We're just going to use it to help us do, like, graphs and look at shapes.
Talk about Desmos.
Like,
Not Desmos. It's called CodeApp.
what you know about that RTX 4090?
Can't nobody mess with me.
How you feeling about latex versus JavaScript?
Huh?
Oh, yeah. I also do programming stuff. Thank you.
Latex versus JavaScript.
JavaScripts and mathematical programming. And
Does
there's
that
lots
say
of different ways to do
add?
math.
You can't go.
It does say add.
I know everything. You can't go computer to computer.
Add all values
What you
and divide by how many. It's exactly what you said. I was just talking while I was writing, and so I wrote things wrong.
Won't be with me Clash Royale right now.
I haven't played Clash Royale in like 5 years.
You know it's coming back up now.
I know. I heard.
Divide by the population.
How many? It would actually be the number in the sample, but same but. Here's your. Yeah, and here's your pastor's name.
I gotta take up for an abortion.
How do we find the median? What do you remember about that one?
The same. It's the repeating value.
It's the one that's closest to the middle.
Middle. Remember,
That's the mode.
what the heck?
Where's my photo macro?
That's a great question. Why are we even pulling up TikTok Insta, whatever that was? Oh my gosh.
Because my fellow black friend asked me to.
Yeah.
I mean, we can just go ahead and ignore what our friends are asking us to do, ignoring the rest of
Don't
that
set me up like that
sentence.
again.
So the median is in the middle. So when we're looking at like if we have a list of numbers, we'll need to put them in order and find the center. So the median is the middle. If you think about that little thing in the middle of the road, the concrete strip in the middle, that's called the median. It's in the center of the road. So median is in the center. It needs to be in order first, then find the middle. It does matter. Do not throw the apple core.
Man, just get that yellow slip out.
It's red.
Ooh. Still got a median?
He's used to getting yellow cards. That's why I say yellow.
There's no yellow card. It's just red and gone.
Say you don't have a median?
Nope. Median is me telling you to stop, and then once we get past that, then we're at the red one.
You should get that chart.
Because the green should be just you don't do
You should
it.
get that chart, like,
We're not doing clip chart.
Okay.
We should have a clip chart for this.
You don't need it.
Joe will be at the bottom.
No.
I would not be at the bottom. Roman would be at the bottom.
tossing other people under the bus, man. Watch out for that bus he just threw you in front of. Oh my goodness. Oh, they're trying to convince me that we need to do a kindergarten style clip chart. All right, mode. We've already kind of talked about it's the most often. It's the most often occurring. Most frequent. When we're looking at graphs, because a lot of times we are going to look at graphs of these, it would be the highest peak.
Alright, so like Mount Everest type peak.
Hmm.
See, I'm giving out examples. I'm feeding y'all.
So it may look like that. Our mode will be at the very, very
So
top.
it's like the Brennan of the classroom.
Yeah.
If that helps you remember it, you do you.
Did that help you remember it, bro? Bro, Chacho? Bro, leave that. Your bro needs it, bro.
Measures of spread we're going to talk about, because finding the center is really good, but finding how far away things are from that center is going to be another really important piece that we're going to work with. And I promise we'll go into very much detail of these when we get to them. But we're going to have 3 of these as well. One of them is stuff we've used in other things. That would be the range. Is one of our measures of spread. Then there's something called quartiles. Quartiles. Quartiles is another way of measuring spread. And the third one is standard deviation, which we may have heard that one.
So on a scale of hypercepticals, what is it?
I'm going to talk you through all of these. These are just our 3 titles, just so that we knew kind of where we were going.
Also find the dividend of it.
John Morant.
You can hit that.
Don't.
Trap
No
John
throwing.
I can.
No throwing.
Hey.
No. Walk your feet to the trash can. Do not throw.
They should let teachers like
Brandon,
make
could you
students again.
so kind?
No.
Like, you remember that wooden paddle they used to have?
1, I do not want to be responsible for any of that. 2, I don't want to. All right. So what range is that's how much ground is covered. We'll get this by finding the biggest number, our highest value, and we're going to subtract the smallest.
So we're subtracting these small stuff.
So if we were looking at our heights, it would be the tallest person minus the smallest person, and that tells us how far apart all of our data is. It's all
Hello.
within
Greetings.
2 to 4 or whatever.
Greetings. Welcome to planet Uranus.
You're in a bizarre mood today.
I think you're just. Did you not have coffee today?
It's Taco Tuesday, Miss B.
Because I feel like you should expect this from yourself on Tuesday.
Quartiles. Moving on.
Ah.
There's a word in there we've seen before. Quarter. What does it mean to quarter something? Not quite half.
The half of a half.
Half of a half. It breaks things into fourths.
25.
Yep. Quartiles divide the data into 4 equal parts. So if we were thinking about it for our height, we'd have,
Ready?
let's say we had 20 people.
Uh-huh.
We'd have our 5 shortest in one group, our 5 tallest in another group, and the middle 10, I could divide them in half too. So it would break us into little chunks.
Oh,
So to-
quartiles.
Quartiles divides it into
like,
quarters.
like
Like
what's
a
it called?
quarter.
So like a quarter, and then a quarter equals $1. So
So
it's
4
like
quarters
quarter.
equals a whole.
Clap it up for me.
So glad you're proud.
Running both clubs.
And then our third one here is called standard deviation.
It just means the regular
It's where we would have a majority.
majority.
Yes, it is the middle 2/3
Jesus.
of data. I will show you how we calculate this. Honestly, the formulas for standard deviation are disgusting. We will have a easy way to do it using a software because it takes the middle and it tells us how far away they are from the center. So it finds a majority in the middle. So quartiles, we are going to use these with median only. And standard deviation gets used with mean only.
Okay, so like, explain that in aerodynamics.
Well, you see,
The
basically-
standard deviation is based off the area where you'd have a majority of people near that average. And quartiles is all about dividing it into chunks of the equal number of people, so you need to find your middle to break it into chunks.
So let's say I get placed inside of a metal box. No air in it. Why would I die?
That is 3 separate conversations.
Okay.
We got one last box to fill in. This is our last set to fill in, is this bottom one. And we're going to look at these more later. Because what this is going to be is when we start looking at graphs, we have a few different ways we can see things. We may have symmetrical data.
Okay, Cardi.
And a lot of times symmetrical data is going to look kind of like that.
Graph type? Yeah.
Like a bump.
Like a bomb.
A bump. Bump.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We may have something called uniform distribution.
Uniform distribution, like we're passing out uniforms?
And what that means is it's the same the whole way across. There is no change. It's not more frequent in any place. This has a most frequent. This is where it happens the most times. And it's just kind of spread out evenly. This one, it's the exact same the whole way across. I have exactly as many people who got 0s as who got 10s. The bell curve would be asymmetrical.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. We're not going to go so much into bell or normal deviation or normal curves. I'll show it to you when we get to them, but we don't go super deep into them. There's something called a bimodal distribution. Now we think about mode being the tallest point. I think bicycle is two cycles, 2 wheels.
Bimodal? Means like two?
Biannual happens twice a year. Bimodal means we have 2 modes. So it has 2 bumps.
What's next? Trimodal?
Yes.
Incredibly rare to have trimodal information. So this has 2 modes is what this is.
That would be a model with 3 different models, but then the model wouldn't make sense because
The model is
three is an even number. It's
Yeah.
an odd number, so then you got
Right.
Our last type is called skewed.
Skewed.
And that means it's off to one side. It's named after the tail.
the
what
tail,
we call-
but a curve doesn't
So-
have a tail.
If it is skewed like this, this would be left. Because the tail is on the left where it has the longer piece. If I have skewed to the right, we would have more like that. This would be skewed to the right. And when we get into looking at, these are called histograms, more in detail, we will talk about it more and we're practicing it more. But having this all kind of on one page really does make it easier if you're going, oh shoot, I forget what that's called. It's all right here. You've already written a lot of it down. So we are going to have more pages that we do right on, but we're not going to do any more right now.
That's it, right?
That's the last page we're writing in the book.
You and my social studies teacher just love notes.
To be fair, we have a lot of stuff we need to do. So you guys can actually, the first homework of this chapter, I'd not do but you guys can try to work on it. It's deciding whether something is a variable or a case or part of a population. So it looks at those
Brandon,
pieces
unplug
of
your phone.
information,
Unplug your phone.
double checking the date.
Bring it back. Bring it back over here. Yes. Bring it back over here.
I don't have it due until Thursday anyway. But it's all about, is it a variable, is it a case,
Good. Boom.
and is it categorical or is it quantitative? So it's looking mostly at that first table that we filled in,
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
but that's kind of the vibe.